So hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today in this video we are going to solve this amazing question, right? This is very amazing and very conceptual question. What is the question? X root x, x raised to root x equal to 10 raised to 20, and obviously we have to find out the value of x here. So this is going to be very one of the most important question and most conceptual question. So pay attention throughout the video, right? And see the method step by step because it will be very conceptual method, right? So that's why now let's start the solution of the question. So how do I proceed? So first of all, I have said many times in my previous video, whenever you see any number which is in power, then you will instantly take logarithm, right? So first of all, if I take logarithm both the side, then it will be equal to ln 10 raised to 20. So root x will come here, root x into ln x equal to 20 into ln 10. But if you pay attention here, instead of ln x, here I have ln 10. So I can directly say that here from this equation x equal to 10, right? But if you pay attention here, if you compare root x and 20, then you can say x equal to here, I will get 400, right? Then only square root of 400 will be equal to 20. But here I have got x equal to 10 and here x equal to 400, which is not true, right? Because I will get only one value, but from here I am getting two value. That's why this method cannot be applied here. So what's next? Which method I will use next? That's the big question, right? So now here we used calculus, right? Method of calculus to solve this question. So for that, so what we all know that here I have root x, right? So root x means x greater than 0, right? X has to be greater than 0. What about x equal to 0, right? Because first of all we can say that any number which is in square root has to be always positive, right? So negative we can directly neglect the negative number. But what about x equal to 0? So if you put x equal to 0 here, then you will get 0 raised to 0, which is equal to 10 raised to 20, which is again not possible. So x equal to 0 cannot be our answer also. So I will get x greater than 0, right? Whatever value I will get positive value and it will be greater than 0. So if I write down the function which is equal to root x into ln x, right? Is this function. So now if I take differentiation of this function, then what will happen? Differentiation of root x will be 1 by 2 root x into ln x as it is, plus differentiation of ln x is equal to 1 by x into root x as it is, right? I'm sure all of you know how I have done differentiation of root x. If you don't know, then I can write root x as x raised to 1 by 2, right? So this power will come here, so 1 by 2, and I will subtract 1 from this power, so I will get minus 1 by 2. So I can also write this as 1 divided by 2 into root x, right? So that's how I got differentiation of x raised to 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 2, right? 2 root x, right? So now in next step I can write ln x by 2 root x, right? Plus here I have root x and here I have x, so I can directly write this as a root x, right? 1 by root x. Now if I multiply into numerator and denominator by 2, why? To make the denominator same. So I can directly add the numerator. So I can now add ln x plus 2 divided by 2 root x, which is equal to f dash x, right? I hope you got it why I have done this. Now I want to find out the critical point, right? And at critical point, this differentiation is always going to be equal to 0, right? So if this whole equation is going to be equal to 0, then means ln x plus 2 is going to be equal to 0. So ln x equal to minus 2, right? So I can write x equal to e raised to minus 2. So x equal to 1 by e square, right? I will get x equal to 1 by e square, but at critical point, right? This is not our final answer. I have got x equal to 1 by e square, which is our critical point. So if you focused on graph, right? First of all, if I put different value of x, right? First of all, f dash, and then I will put f, right? So at 0, right? At 0, I will get x equal to 1 by e square, right? And whenever I put value less than 1 by e square, right? Whenever I put the value of x which is less than 1 by e square, I will get negative, and greater than 1 I will get positive, right? So if I want to find out whether function increasing or decreasing in which area, then I will do one thing. I have put here 0. If I put 1 in this equation, right, x equal to 1, then I will get 1 as an answer, right? So I can say this in this area, because this is less than 1. In this area, this function is increasing, in this area decreasing. So you can say that I will get graph like this, right? First of all decreasing, at 1 by e square it will become increasing. So if you want to know exact graph, right, how we will draw my exact graph, so for that I have to find out the value of the function. Which function? At f of x, right? At f of x, what will the value of f of x if I put x equal to 1 by e square, right? So f of x equal to root x into ln x. Now if I put f of 1 by e square, then here if you put under root 1 by e square, I will get 1 by e and into ln 1 by e square. So 1 by e into this will go into numerator, e raised to minus 2 will come here, and ln equal to 1. So I will get minus 2 by e, which means I will get negative value. So if I draw the graph, pay attention here, this is very conceptual. At 1 by e square, right, I will get minus 2 by e. So this graph will look like this, right? This will look like this graph, right? This is the graph of root x into ln x. At this point it will become increasing, and before this point it will become decreasing function, right? So this is the graph. But if I want to find out the next solution, right, how do I find the solution? That's the most important part. So again, if we look back at this equation, root x into ln x equal to 20 into ln 10. So there is one another method that I can write root x into ln x as 20. I can write 2 into 10 into ln 10, right? So if I bring out 10 into power of this ln 10, then I can write 2 into ln 10 raised to 10, which will be equal to root x into ln x. Now again, if you compare both of these, then ln x equal to ln 10 raised to 10, which means x raised to, I will get 10 raised to 10, and from this part root x equal to, which means x equal to 4. So again, this equation is not satisfied. But instead I have put here 10 in the power. Instead of 10, if I put 2 power, right, 2 in the power, then equation will look like this: root x into ln x, which will be equal to 10 into ln 10 raised to 2, which will be equal to 10 into ln 100, root x into ln x. So I can now easily can say that ln x equal to ln 100, which means x equal to 100, right? Now if you compare root x equal to 10, then obviously x has to be 100, then only I will get root x equal to 10. So you can say that x equal to 100 is our final answer, right? So this is all part for the understanding, right, with the help of calculus, because this is slightly conceptual question. How we will I got the graph, right? What kind of graph I will get? How we will draw the graph? You can all learn from this calculus part, right? And this is our final answer. So I hope you got it. If you have any question, any query, then you can obviously comment me in the comment box. And thank you so much for watching this video.